Okay, so let's do this again. Now you can see we are in a recessionary gap, right? We want to be producing up here. We need to move aggregate demand. So when you looked at the fiscal policy, videos, it's about changing aggregate demand to try to affect the economy. So as you know, here's real GDP, here's price level. So as we move up this way, we're experiencing inflation, right? Prices going up, value of currencies going down. As we go this way, we're experiencing deflation. But as we make more and more stuff, you should know that the unemployment rate will go down, right? The more stuff we make, the more people are working, and the more people are working, the less people who need a job. But if we go to the left, if we make less stuff, less GDP, and by the way, the Y, it's a Y star, okay? Y is what economists use, it's called national output, and star is kind of like equilibrium. Well, as we move further and further to the left, as we make less and less stuff, then our unemployment rate goes up, which is why this graph, we call this graph the ADAS graph, is so great because it shows us output or GDP and unemployment and price level all in one graph. So if we want to fix this curve, and so this is a good example of what we're experiencing right now because of the coronavirus, you can see that we're in a recessionary gap. So one of the things that Congress and the President are working together on is passing a big bill to give Americans money or cut taxes and have a lot more government spending. Well, that will affect the C function of GDP and will affect the G portion. So what that would do essentially is try to move aggregate demand this way, right? And that will hopefully bring us out of a recession. Now, what's happening right now is so severe that it's a lot more complex than that. However, if we're sitting here in an inflationary gap and we want to slow the economy down, then instead of raising government spending or raising consumption, what we would do is lower government spending, or we would raise taxes. By raising taxes, we will have less money to spend, and that's going to reduce C. So we would reduce C and reduce G, those portions of aggregate demand, and aggregate demand would go this way, and we would go back to our full employment. So you can see that fiscal policy is using government spending or taxes to affect aggregate demand. These are ways that we can try to fix these problems, and you're seeing it right now play out in real life. So this is what full employment looks like. This is what a recession looks like. This is how we fix a recession using fiscal policy, right? Government spending or cutting taxes. This is what an inflationary gap looks like. This is how we fix it using what we call contractionary fiscal policy, lowering government spending, raising taxes, which reduces our consumption, right? So in doing this, we're always trying to find our way back to full employment, and by using government spending and taxes, the government we can manipulate and try to keep stable our output and our pricing and our unemployment, and that's the whole reason behind using fiscal policy, okay?